All right. And we're going to do the next one. All right, so this one is going to be probably the most tricky for you guys. And so we're going to do our best. I'm going to do my best to explain everything that's happening right here. So we have a spherical form. So we have the part drawn out for us. So we're going to try to treat it like it's any other shape, but we have a lot of information that we might need to add to this in order to really pull it off. So I'm going to start with my plumb line. All right, I'm going to go save it to pixels. Start with my plumb line down from my sun through the horizon line. And I'm just going to start with just the bottom of my sphere. And then I think I'm going to draw a couple lines on the side just to kind of give us a axis to work from, if that makes sense. So let me think. Maybe not. All right, so we're just going to start with that one. And then we'll draw a line in through the top right here. And then we'll kind of find a middle section. All right, we'll see if that helps. So I'm going to add a new layer, and now I'm going to draw from the top right here. So I'm going to drag out, just like with our other ellipses. I'm going to just barely touch the outside edge right here. And then that should be good. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we need to figure out the width of the circle though, so that's going to be a little bit more of the tricky part. So let's say we draw, let's bring those plumb lines back down. And I'm just going to draw it slightly tilted on an axis like this, because you see this angle that our line is going. So I want to give it a little bit of an angle. I'm going to see if that'll work. Okay, and then I'm going to draw lines going in through here. All right, I'm going to give that a try and see if this works. So I'm going to erase these a little bit so I just don't get myself mixed up. And just like with the drum, we're going to use the ellipse tool to kind of place our anchor points. All right, so I'm going to make a new layer, and then I'm going to select the ellipse. I'm going to switch it back to shape, hold shift and drag out a perfect circle, Command T. And now go ahead and just place the anchor points down where they need to go. So I want to just kind of have that back here. I don't think a cast shadow like this would probably scooch back a little further though. Like, there we go. And then I'm going to bring the corner up here, widen it. There we go. And there we go. Actually, that looks pretty good. All right, now we need to figure out how the shadow will work on the sphere itself. So I think we're just going to take the ellipse tool, make a new layer, drag out another one, and I think we're just going to place it right here. Hold through, there we go. And then just each of these corners right here. There we go. So I'm going to zoom in. You see where the lines have kind of just met the outside edge right here of the internal line. So I'm just kind of matching up with where those lines meet and the center point. So this is going to be the shadow that's actually going to be on the sphere itself. All right, I'm going to hit Command Save. Now yours might look a little different than mine, and that is okay, because if you put this, the the center line a little further away from where I put it, it will give you slightly different results, and that's fine. So I'm going to hit L on the keyboard, and I'm going to add a new layer, and now we're going to figure out this cast shadow situation right here. So I'm going to hit L. I'm just going to stick with the polygon lasso. I feel like I get just a more precise selection. And I'm just going to go around and around and around the edge of my form. And I messed up that right there, but I'm just going to erase it out. I'm just not gonna worry about it. And then zoom out, G for gradient tool, and then we drag it out. There we go. And then that looks okay. It's a little rough, so I'm going to deselect. So I'm going to clean up that shadow, make it a little smaller. Okay, and I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna tap L on the keyboard, I'm gonna zoom in, and then I'm gonna lasso tool around the sphere. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna turn off my work layers. I'm gonna see what I did. All right, there we go. So we got another rounded form. So I'm gonna go in with the eraser tool, and then I'm just gonna touch up that edge so we get a nice soft edge. So hard edge objects, hard shadows. Soft edge objects, then soft shadows. So we have a softer edge, we have rounded form, so the softer the shadow will be. Okay. And erase out right here, just make it a little softer. Okay, Command Save, and then we're going to turn all that on, and then boom, done with the sphere.